Hello, welcome to Guided TV. Today we'll be looking at select irrelevant search result information card versus what top 5. The guideline is very not explicit and it's shallow. But we'll try our best to explain things better. One thing about this is you have to just forget about the query first. Have it at the back of your mind that you have to forget about this query, and also you check this is what you are judging, the violet and the green. Then most importantly, you look at details, locations, what those things stands for. That is why I say you should just forget about it. First one might confuse you. Now they look for Australian national cricket team. Now, is this info card talking about this? Now you check about this 5. And they're talking about the Australian national cricket team, the 2017 Cricket World Cup. From this Australia, New Zealand, blah blah blah. Yeah, they're talking about the team, not just so anything that is related also. But from here, the Australian men cricket team, yeah, they're talking about. I don't think this, or they are all irrelevant to this. Now I see from this Australian the 2027 Cricket World Cup. This one is not talking about Cricket World Cup. It's talking about the different Cricket World Cup history, runner-up, Cricket World Cup. They are all general, even if it includes this thing Australia, but it is not explicit to Australia. So you have little information about Australia. I don't know if you want to say look a little bit because they are all Australian cricket team here. However, however, it is not giving you just it's not talking much of Australian thing explicitly, how would they call it. So we might most likely go to um all irrelevant. They are all irrelevant to me. They are all irrelevant. Australia national team, cricket team. Okay, let's see. Let's open and check something here. The 2017 cricket team. From this Australia, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, they won through the semi-final with Australia defeating Sri Lanka. Oh, I list of cricket World Cup finals. The Australian men national team. Okay, since this all these are talking about 2007, why Australia also was part of the finalists, I think they are all relevant to Australian national team. I think so. All relevant are most preferred. Now we have this FK Orient Olympic. FK Orient Olympics. So at the end of the video we'll explain more. Now this is FK Orient Olympic. Book this football club, and now they say book hotel. Book hotel. This does not have anything to do with this, so it will be they are talking about hotel here. FK Orient Olympic. Sometimes you open to check. Now this one is good transfer room. Okay, this is talking about the team itself. So hotel in this, so it's bad. Hotel Olympic is not even talking about the FK, so I think LUC, whatever, big travel. These ones are straight irrelevant. The only relevant here is this FK Orante. Orante. uh, Olympic. So I know I take my time to explain some of these things so that it will not just be as if we are just rushing through everything. Look at their there is no website there directly, however it's talking about their transfer whatever transfer market for this, so I think it is that. Please, you have to be very careful, don't rush through them. David Laminti, David Laminti, David Laminti. Now this is a Canadian lawyer. It's a Canadian lawyer. So now it's a minister. David Laminti is a Canadian politician who has been the Minister of Justice and Attorney General. Good. So now we now have something to hold on. Now they are talking about the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, Honorable Dominic L. Lenty Ministry. Let's see. He was a minister there. So let's see what they have. Minister and Parliamentary Secretaries. Do we have David there? Let's just look at some search. David. The Honorable David Laminti, Justice of blah blah. So he's talking about him there. Yes. So it's related. Sorry, it's related. The Honorable Saint Foster MP. This one is talking about Minister of Immigration. So this one is not it. Prime Minister of Canada. Justice. Cabinet Prime Minister of Canada. Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada. Lamenti. So these two of these ministers. This one is talking about ministers in Canada and has been the Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada since. So and his name here is listed in this. So most probably this one is relevant to it because once you open it, it's talking about Attorney General and it's also an Attorney General. So also an Attorney General in that place. So I think, and this one is talking Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Canada. So, please, it's been long. I do videos. I'm just coming back from a very long break due to some certain things, so I might be a little bit slow, maybe incoherent, and but just bear with me. We'll sort things out in a bit. And now they are talking about this delamination. All right. Now delamination. This is a definition in geodynamic. Delamination refers to the loss or and sinking of the portion. So what are you talking about here? Delamination is separate constituent layer. Recent example of the verb. Let's see if the definitions. One of the most interesting approaches of the behind the app. Okay, geometric report. Okay, this one is relevant. What is relevant? Relevant string. What is the? They are all relevant. Wow. Network, please don't fail me. Network, don't fail me. Good. Big Ben Park. Uh-huh. Look at this place. That's why I say you should forget about here. They are talking about Big Ben photos, and this one is talking about the Big Ben, what? Big Ben National Park. So there are two different things. Most times the query are always different from the search, the what do they call it? This other info card. So you should be very careful when you are looking at them. So they are talking about Big Ben stock photos. This one's not relevant. This is not relevant. This is not relevant. Big Ben image. These things are not relevant. Big Ben photos, diagram, blah blah blah. They are talking about this, not this. And the query, and this one is talking about the query, so they are all not relevant. If you look at the site here, say there's nothing. So they're talking about pack. So they are all not relevant. I think they are all not relevant because they are not talking about the national park. So we are just saying same thing. Yeah. Let me confirm this. Big Ben. This is Big Ben Clock Tower in London. Big Ben, but it's not talking about a national park. Please don't be deceived by all these things that they are talking here. I think it should be talking about the national park, not just the Big Ben photos. Oh god, it looks I'm getting a little bit confused. Yeah, these things are all in here. Yeah, this is another big problem. They are all in here. Oh, please, this is qualification, so you have to be very, very careful. Don't rush. That will not. I will go for irrelevant. I stop photos. An American national park located in the park has been significant for large. I think they are irrelevant. Yeah. So this one is Blick newspaper. Blick newspaper. So art supply, Blick art material. Let's see if there's a site here. Blick is a Swiss German newspaper. German language daily newspaper. Official Dick Blick. Okay, so the official site is this. Blick. Let's see. Should be very, very careful. Blick medium print, blah blah blah. There is something here that is very, very confusing. Before we put ourselves under unnecessary pressure. This is Blick. Good. This is the newspaper. Good. And this one is different site. Look at the site. Dick Blick. And the newspaper is this. Look at the site here. Click. So this one is talking about different something. So it comes. This one is talking about the Blick meaning. This is bad because they are talking about newspaper here. The Blick Center. Blick Center is an indisciplined service provider of. It's bad also. Blick Industry. the leader of workhold bleak industry. That's what I'm talking about. Now we are talking about the bleak, so they are all irrelevant. The Bank of China. This is Bank of China. Let's see all these BOC. Look. Now we have Bank of Cyprus. Let's see which other BOC is this. If you look at this very well, you look at this website here. This website is now peculiar to this BOC of China. And if you check all this website, this one is what? Online BOK and C. This BOC cat. I think this one is a different place. If you read them all, you notice that so this one is irrelevant and it's irrelevant. This one is irrelevant. Suppose this one is irrelevant. They are all irrelevant because they are not to China. It is not BOCHP, so they are all irrelevant. Please, I know I'm a little bit not stable. Shit. Let's get to the end, then we'll explain it as usual. A summary of it. We create, we qualify. Now we have Canto and Nicel. They say Canto and Nicel. Canto and Nicel was founded in blah blah blah. Is now one of the foremost specialist manufacturer of this. Look at it. We have not seen. Let's see their sites. Canto and Nicel. Okay. Now they are looking for what? Canto and Nicel. Good. This one is it? This one is also Canto. Protective control and Nicel. Contact control and Nicel. News control and Nicel. All relevant. Soft contact lens control and Nicel. Yeah, so they are all relevant. Okay. Fairy Kingdom Castle. Fairy Kingdom Castle. Now this is talking about Fairy Kingdom Castle Magic. So it's Castle Magic game, Castle Magic. Let's see Fairy Kingdom. Fairy Kingdom. What do we have here? Castle Magic online games, but they are looking for the one Fairy Kingdom. So that kingdom is very important. This Fairy Kingdom, all they are all castle. Fairy Kingdom Castle Magic. So I think they are all irrelevant except the first one. Only this one is talking about Fairy Kingdom. All other ones are irrelevant, so I think this one goes. Millennial. They're talking about millennial. This one is talking about Gen Z's. Millennial is talking about generational stuff. This one Gen Z's, Gen Z definition, classification, whatever. They are all irrelevant. Wow. Good. Sorry, I might be sometimes very slow, maybe lackadaisical, but this is qualification. We have to be very, very careful. We have to be checking them. Then maybe sometimes I cannot just come and give you everything that I'm not the owner of the hitapp, so we'll have to just explain. Sometimes the questions are different, So I'm not giving PQ. I don't advise anybody to go and get PQ. You have to get a PQ if you want to get them, but they have to explain to you how they got it there. And I always advise also, before you watch videos, try as much as possible to do the training yourself. Maybe you do 2 or 3 training, then watch the videos, go back to the complete the trainings again, so that you get yourself acquainted to the qualifications, because we are not giving you direct questions, so you have seen it. One, it must talk about something related to the information card. It might not be explicit, but it will be explicitly related to. If it's not giving you much information about the info card, even if it has something to do with it, then it's irrelevant. So I know, welcome back. Please subscribe to our channel. You can join our social media platform. I mean, this particular hitter, we have a specialist on it in our WhatsApp group. If you come there, maybe they can explain to you better. Please, if you qualify, drop your comment on the comment section, share our videos, and subscribe, please.